very key thing when doing these questions is, you ready? Phi W, S or Phi SW. One of them makes sense, the other one doesn't. Which one is the one that makes sense? Velocity of the wind according to the sailor, or the velocity of the sailor according to the wind? Yeah, if you're able to talk to the wind, I pray for you. No, Phi WS. Now, next tricky part is, which one's which? Think of a scenario, right? You're cycling to school, okay? When you're not moving before you get on your bike, you go, oh look, 10 km/h wind. Alright, that's not so bad. When you're not cycling, that ain't so bad. But then when you cycle at 15 km/h into the wind, what does that make the wind turn into? It's the same as a 25 km/h wind relative to a stationary person. The Phi WS changes, but the Phi W doesn't, unless it states it does. Okay? So, velocity of the wind is a constant. That's what you're after. The true velocity of the wind, which is xi plus yj. Is that alright? Now, you do, however, know the speed of the wind. What's the speed of the wind? 10. This means the hypotenuse of x and y must be 10. And you now have an equation of x squared plus y squared equals 100. One linear, one quadratic. Is that okay with you guys? Then you go down, okay, and you go, okay, no bother. To a sailor sailing south in a southerly direction. So, velocity of the sailor is minus 2j. You cool with that? Okay. Wind appears to be blowing from northwest. What does that actually mean it's going? It means the wind is actually blowing southeast. Okay? Now, wind is actually blowing southeast at 45 degrees. Is this one of the problem quadrants? On the day, if you forget how to do a problem quadrant, how can you remind yourself? Pick any vector that should go here. What about 2i minus 2j? Would you agree that's a southeasterly wind? That's 2 and that's minus 2 and that's theta. Have you ever tried the tan inverse minus 2 over 2? Shift tan inverse minus 2 divided by 2. It's giving me minus 45 degrees. What's up with that? It means you have to change the j component into a positive number. Okay? The j component is the problem component. Okay? So in this question, Phi WS, which is what you're experiencing, is xi plus y minus minus will make it a plus, and this is x and this is y plus 2. But as we discussed earlier, this is a problem. Well, not that type of problem. This is a problem. Why? That's actually negative, isn't it? Because it's going south. It's negative. So when I want to find out, when I want to write down tan 45, what do I have to adjust? Have to turn that into minus y minus 2 over x. Tan 45 we all know is 1. Move it over, you're going to get x equals minus y minus 2. X plus y. X plus y equals minus 2. We all cool with that? Alright. Okay. Going to replace in x here. I'm going to get minus y minus 2 squared plus y squared equals 100. I'm going to get 2y squared plus 4y minus 96 equals 0. I'm going to solve that equation and I'm going to get two answers. y equals minus 8 and y equals 6. This will result in an x value. This will result in an x value of 6 and a y value, another x value of. Hey, sir. One sec. Alright, guys. Now. Alright, so minus 8. I have two possible answers. Reread the language of the question. Does it say velocity or velocities? Singular or plural? Come on. Singular or plural? You have the question. It says singular. I got to rule one of these out. I go back to the top and I sub in my numbers, okay? What happens if I sub in y equals 6? That's a northerly direction, isn't it? But it's meant to be going. It's meant to be going southeast. That means y equals 6 is completely wrong. Can't use y equals 6. That means my velocity of my wind must be 6i minus 8j. Now part 2 of this question is awkward. Part 2 of this question is if he reverses his course such that he's going plus 2j but continue to sail at the same speed, from what direction would the wind appear to blow? Well, I'm just going to grab this item of information here. And what's the only thing I'm going to do? What's the one thing I can do here? Just reverse the 2. That's a plus 2, but you reverse your direction, so what should I change it to? When you go through the procedure again, this time it will be a minus 2. And in this case it's going to be 6i plus, what's y again? Minus 8 minus 2j. Imagine nearly getting 100%. But here's what got you. He knows well. So 6 and 10, alright? Everything's done perfectly. And it's tan inverse 10 over 6. To be fair, he would have done better on this than I would have on my own, so can't say anything. So 59 degrees, right? So he goes, no bother. East, 59 degrees south. Alright? But if you reread the question one last time, from what direction? Not what direction, from what direction? One word. So every single time you complete an applied maths question, if you have time, reread the question from start to finish. I do this all the time. Alright? So actually what you are looking for is, you're actually looking for west 59 degrees north. And that's a pain to have that at the end. Alright.